guys, it's Sniff, and I am bringing you a video on all of these changes, because there's been a lot of it, and maybe you don't know all of it, maybe you just want to hear me yap on for 12 minutes or so, if that's the case, let's get on into it. Oh, where to start? GP. Everyone is upset about the new GP stuff, and I understand completely. 1 day sucks. Oh my god, does it suck. Nexon needs to add 7, 30, 90 durations all over again for it to not be suck. However, they have made a lot of good changes. I don't know if it's balanced out by just the 1 day, but I think that a lot of people are focusing on that and not looking at the good changes, which are the NX. You can now buy any gun for GP, any NX gun for GP. This is such a huge improvement because, well, I mean, just buying NX guns for GP has been needed for forever. Everyone wants to try a gun or two. There's so many guns. There's no reason to buy, you know, freaking. Let's look at some gun that's really unpopular, but I like this. Spots 12 gold. There's no reason in the world to try that with NX if you want something that's going to work. You know, there's no reason to buy it for 800 NX when you could buy a Perm G36 Valkyrie. It's just no contest. The G36 is so much better of an option. So being able to buy just random NX stuff for GP is fantastic. It lets you explore the arsenal, and it lets you get a taste of a gun before you buy it for Perm. That is amazing. Nexon, I love this. Now, it is expensive, and it is also only 1 day. I don't hate that it's only 1 day, and I don't hate that it is expensive. It is such a massive improvement that doesn't bother me. However, if they were to put on the longer durations, I would be happy with that. That would be absolutely fine. I think that would also be a good improvement. What Nexon needs to be focusing on is making their game fun. You know, back when they were first starting out, they're one of the only free-to-play games, only one of free-to-play shooters, so they were able to do some really harsh marketing. They would be able to charge $25 for a gun and keep a bunch of guns really hard to get and then make them really overpowered because there's no competition. Now there's CSGO. You know, that game alone puts so much stress on Combat Arms because there's no point to play this game if you have a game like CSGO, which the core emphasis of that game is to have fun, not to have to manage your GP and have to manage a whole bunch of stuff to just barely play a game. So I think this is an absolutely positive change. So yeah, I have a really strong opinion on that, but it's absolutely wonderful. The next thing that I suppose we'll get into, which is the grade. So we'll just swim over to here. We'll look at the AK-12. Now you'll see that this is an Ace AK-12, and this is just a normal AK-12. We'll be looking at two things with the grade, which is bronze, silver, and gold. This happens to be silver and grade, and the stars of 1, 2, and 3. Alright, think of the grade as how many people use the gun, how popular it is, and the grade as how many customization parts or which customization parts you've put on. So, for instance, this is grade 2. So let's say that this has 2 customization part Bs on it. That's mid-tier. Alright, now grade 3 Ace has all 3 customization parts, or 1 or 2 customization parts of C. This is obviously going to be a superior gun than this, and 2 points of recoil and plus 60 range, it is better. If you want a cheaper gun, go for a cheaper gun. If you want an Ace gun, go for an Ace gun. Even the Ace guns are cheaper than what they used to be, which was $25. Speaking of cheaper, let's stop with this grade thing because it's really easy to understand. And let's head over to GP Perms, because you can get this now. And I love this. I love this because it gives you access to really good guns for really cheap. M416, an absolutely fantastic gun. If you don't think that it's good, then you're silly, and you can get it for $10 permanent. This gun is better than most of, like, it's better than this. Let's see here. What else is it better than? Well, I mean, I don't have the other ones on board, but I would say that it's better than the AK-12. I'd say it's better than a lot of NX guns. Better than the Scar, better than the 103, definitely better than the XK8 Tactical, that's for frickin' sure. Better than the Groza, and yeah, it's, what is it? Cheaper than the Groza. So you're getting a really fancy gun for really cheap. And it's the same with the M107CQ. I think that gun is like $8. That's a one-hit sniper rifle that you got for $8. Most one-hit sniper rifles are basically the same. Save for a little bit of tanking, or save for, you know, scope preference, most one-hit sniper rifles are the same. And that's the same with pistols too. Pistols, here, pretty cheap. Now, hopefully, yeah, I need to be in the shop. But, let's hit secondaries. Let's say you don't want this Colt. This is like $3. If you were to get this and this, you would be at about 20k NX. So, let's say you want a $5 pistol as well. Because 25k is how much karma coins are. Is it a G18? That's 6k. Nah, that's a little too expensive. So let's go back up. Walter P38 is pretty good. Oh no, the M1911 MU is an awesome gun, and that's also $3. So for what, like $23, $24, you now have a stack of guns where previously you would only be able to get one assault rifle. That's great. And if they include the longer duration guns for GP, that's even better for people who can only get a small amount of NX. So yes, for people who can only get a small amount, or for people who can get a pretty moderate amount but want to have a nice stack of guns as opposed to just a couple, GP perms are the way for you. I really hope that Nexon includes GP perms for actual GP, and they also include just the longer durations, but if Nexon doesn't, unfortunate. So yeah, that's about it. I do want to talk about a couple more things and then I'll be done. First off, you can buy GP frickin', sorry, not GP, well, I guess these are GP. You can buy melee weapons for perm. This is new, this is beautiful. Unfortunately, you will notice that there is no Tiger Strider and there is no tracker knife. I think this is overall a good thing. Tracker knife is pretty OP, and so is the Tiger Strider compared to a lot of these melee weapons. Really, the sickle is the best out of all of these, and the sickle, yeah, the sickle is pretty awesome. It's a two-shot kill, and it has more range than a Tiger Strider. May not be as powerful as a Tiger Strider, but it'll get the job done. So, back in the old days, sickle was Woggle Pro MLG Tasty Cookie legit. So yeah, sickle. If you want a recommendation for a good secondary, there you go. Otherwise, you'll have to go to the Ghost High Sex or the Mystery Crates. There is a new Mystery Crate, and it does house all of the guns that are, where are you? It houses all the guns that are of gold rank 1 and 2, gold rank 3 guns. I don't know how many of them there are, but I know the Legion. The Legion is one of them. So yeah, there's a gold rank 3 for you. So yeah, like, if you want this, you'd have to get the Mystery Crate. If you want the Tracker and the Tiger Strider, I think the Ghost cases are for you, and that's the same with Recon. The Ghost keys are 4,500 GP each, or 700 NX each. I'm pretty okay with the decreased NX price. Pretty cool. The GP price is kind of horrible, but at least it gives you the option to buy in bulk. That's actually a pretty good bulk discount. I think that cuts it about in half. I'm not sure though. I'm not a docket rocker, and I'm not a mathematician. So, all in all, I would say that this is a good update. I think they need to bring back the GP durations to make it a great update, But for most people, I think this will improve their Combat Arms experience. The game should be about collecting. The game should be about easy to access, easy to use stuff. Playing around with new guns. That's what I like. That's what I think a lot of people like, but weren't able to do. I mean, otherwise people wouldn't watch gameplays. People wouldn't look at new guns. They wouldn't watch reviews. Everyone likes looking at new guns. Now you have the ability to use them. Not only that, with the difference between grades and ranks, now there's a huge new market for reviewing. We have to review all of this stuff over again. There's new statistics. For instance, the Arctic Wolf. Arctic Wolf has damage of 160 and an actual range statistic now. Yes, we have to redo all of this. We have to show the difference between the regular one and the Ace one. And I can guarantee you that sometimes the Ace one isn't going to be better to buy. I know, for instance, with the sniper rifles, 2 less recoil really doesn't mean anything. I know that it affects the zero time to an extent, but really, it's not that important in the grand scheme of things. If you just wait an extra quarter of a second, the spread time will just be fine. You'll get what you need done. So, all in all, good event, good boost. I know that the free weapon stuff isn't here yet. They said that there was a lot of bugs with it. I would rather them take their time and make sure there's no bugs than just slap something and basically give it to us broken, because I think that would make us a lot angrier. So, just thoughts on the free weapon system. Again, I think that's a really good idea so that people can conserve GP and then get guns that they want. If they brought back the durations, of course, blah, 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 blah. I can't say that enough. So much better. But, yeah, I would give this Reboot a 6 out of 10. If they added the GP durations back, I would say that it is an 8 out of 10. If they added GP perms and the ability for me to gift GP perms, that would be a 10 out of 10. If they gave me the Tiger Strider for perm and nobody else, yeah, I don't have numbers for that, so rest assured it is very high, probably in like the 12 region, so yeah. I'm going to call the video off there. I hope you like it. I think I covered everything that I could. I don't think I covered forgeables, but forgeables, man. Forgeables. Yeah. Going to call it off there. This is Sniff. Glory!